Okay, hello and welcome back to some more F1 2022 My Team. Now, a lot of you, or a couple of people, have said, why are you calling it F1 2022 when the game is 22? I'm not going to call it F1 22 My Team, because it doesn't roll off the tongue, alright? Behave. Anyways, we're back. We've got Baku, literally my favourite circuit of all time. It's such a good circuit. People say it's really bad, and it really isn't. There's so many overtaking opportunities, and there's so many tricky sections that the AI get wrong and you can get wrong, and it really just throws a spanner in the works. But before we get into anything, I will be having to take an engine penalty, so the qualifying lap will be pretty awful because we're going to start from the back anyways. So yeah, we'll just get into qualifying now then. So yeah, we're not really going to push the car too hard. We've obviously got a bit of an issue with durability. Luckily, after this, we have some engine upgrades, some aero upgrades, some durability upgrades, and some chassis upgrades. We've got everything coming. We got a whole new package, pretty much. Before we even got started, Kevin Magnussen crashed out, turn 15, hit the wall on the exit. AI been making a lot of mistakes around the street circuits. But yeah, on our first and only time lap, we're not going to set 2 time laps. Not going to waste a set of tyres. Just in case, for whatever reason, I need them in the race. I mean, it's not going to be a good time. It will probably put me in the back anyways. And that's just because there's no need for me to drive. I'm starting from the back whether I like it or not. I could qualify pole now. It's not going to matter. I'm still starting from the back. So I might as well just ease the engine into it and then make sure that nothing goes wrong and nothing blows up, which is ideal. Can I say blows up on YouTube? I don't know. Who knows?
A warm welcome to you all at home for today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama, and where a 4th row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as pole position, with Lance Stroll and Sergio Perez finishing 3rd from there in 2017 and 2018 respectively. The Baku City Circuit measures roughly 6 kilometres and it's made up of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. The circuit winds around the narrow city, through the old town, and even brushes against the city's medieval walls. However, as beautiful as the setting is, this track is also a ferocious technical challenge, where the smallest of mistakes could lead to a catastrophic consequence for any one of our drivers. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole. And the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Perez, Max Verstappen, and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Bottas, Mick Schumacher, and Yuki Tsunoda, Ocon, Norris, Sebastian Vettel, and Joe, Albon, Ricciardo, Nicholas Latifi, and Kevin Magnussen, Hamilton, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, and Reed. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? It's just about time to go down to the track for the beginning of the race, but before we do, Anthony Davidson, what types of strategy do you think we can expect for today's event?
Well, there's a lot that both the driver and the team have to keep in mind when going into a race. The tyres, fuel, energy recovery systems, the list goes on and on. But I think the key to today's victory will come down to the pit stop strategy. Come in too soon and you might find yourself needing more than one stop. Too late and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage by spending longer on worn tyres.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So yeah, here we are, starting from the back. Piastri is ahead of us in P21, and it's actually really interesting because of how heavy the first half of the season for me is before the summer break, before the end of the British Grand Prix and then the start of the Belgium Grand Prix. We're already halfway through the season. Now, one of the races you didn't get to see because the recording just captured my home screen the whole time, but it's a bit interesting because we're going to have to re-sign with Piastri, and he's got really low focus, and I'm not sure he's going to accept a new offer, no matter how high I offer him. So we might be having a new teammate for the second half of the season, which we don't really want, but we'll cross that when it comes to it in the next race. But yeah, there you go, 22 place grid penalty. So yeah, and proof that I'm not just doing it because I suck at the game or anything like that. Also, people have been saying that my AI is really low. It really isn't. I just have straight line speed. I mean, they also have straight line speed, but it's just easy to get past them in the straights, and this is the exact track for that. Right, we're going to pull up to the grid. Purple parking with the goats to 5 red lights here in Baku. We are underway for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Piastri getting quite a bit of wheel spin on our right. We go past him. He's on the mediums for some reason. Into turn 1, we go down the inside. We're going to go past Hamilton, Stroll, possibly even Ricciardo. Not past Ricciardo just yet. We're going to get a good launch on the exit though, and we're past Ricciardo as well, up into P18. Into turn 2 we go. Magnussen, Latifi, and Zhou Guanyu. Zhou gets held up by Magnussen, which allows us to get past on the right-hand side, heading up towards turn 3. No DRS for 2 laps, so he shouldn't be able to fight back with that. Magnussen and Latifi ahead, 2 wide into turn 3. Quite a couple. Oh my god, Zhou absolutely sending it down the inside and I was trying to get past, having to take evasive action. Heading towards turn 7 now. Latifi absolutely sending it on Magnussen, and we're going to just follow him through. He's opened up a gap for us and we've sent it through. Latifi, absolutely insane. What a move. At the end of lap 1 then, we're behind the Williams of Latifi. They don't have a great engine here, which is really good for us. I mean, you can see we're already catching. So we're going to just hunker down, try and get past Latifi and possibly Norris before pit stops. Actually, Norris is on mediums, so depending on when he pits, he'll probably go onto hards. As Latifi pulls the left-hand side into turn 1, we're going to go around the outside, possibly. We can't make it through. We're going to keep as tight as we can to the wall, trying to get past him into turn 2, round the outside. Can we get past this time? Only just, almost getting pushed into the wall. He hit the dodgy curb, and it nearly sent him into the side of us. I mean, there's nothing he could have done there if that did happen, but yeah, into turn 3 we go. Latifi, you bitch, smacked into the side of us. What a knob. Sorry, I need to control myself. Jesus. Alright, lap 2, heading down towards lap 3. Norris, 0.9 seconds ahead on the medium tyres, so we should be able to catch up to him. He's also got a bit of a grip issue, it seems. I saw a bit earlier in the lap, he was a little bit wobbly, but like nothing like that. We'll see what we can do. 0.6 seconds. He won't have a very good slipstream off of Albon ahead, so that is good for us. He is on the medium tyres, and he is in a McLaren, although it pains me to say it as a McLaren fan. McLaren are shit, man. That makes me want to cry, just saying that sentence. It really, really does. When can we have a McLaren 1-2 again? Oh well. Oh well. We had Ricciardo on the podium a couple of races ago, so we'll take that. We'll take that in Monaco last time out, actually. Okay, we got DRS on Norris, so no, can't really catch up to him into turn 3. I'm going to end the waffle there. But we'll see if we can get past him in the coming laps. At the end of lap 3, we're heading down towards the main straight, going through turn 18 and 19. Flat out as much as we can. It's a bit dodgy on that exit of turn 19. You don't want to hit the wall on the left-hand side, but it is very easy to lose a little bit of grip and do that. Now, here we go, DRS. Heading down towards turn 1. See what we can do, pulling to the left-hand side, but we can't go anywhere. Too far back to make any form of a move, but that's not a problem. We're still very close behind Norris, actually. We might be able to get past him in this DRS zone. I mean, he has DRS on Albon, so DRS doesn't really help us here. But we are close enough. I mean, we're about to lose all of our ERS. I mean, yeah, 8%, 7%, 6%. Oh, yellow flag. Bottas in the wall. Puts us up into P13. And he is out, and so is the safety car. Wow. That's going to throw a real spanner in the works. Norris is going to be put in a bit of a predicament here. Does he pit for hards? Because he won't pit for softs. We're going to pit now. Does he pit for hards, or does he stay out and try and go for softs later on? Who knows? Coming into the pits now then, it seems as though Norris is coming in as well, so he'll go onto the hards. So if we have the same stop as him, like an average stop, we might just be able to get him on the restart. Because we'll have mediums, he'll have hards. His hards won't even be worn in yet, so that was good for us. Alright, come on, good pit stop, good pit stop. Good pit stop. Yes! Optimal! Come on! I don't know why I whacked my desk there. Alright, 2.5. Let's go! Okay. No order change. We're still in P13. I'll take it. Yeah, Norris on hards, which will mix things up. Here we go then, for the restart on lap 6. Norris ahead of us in P12 in the McLaren on the hard tyres. We're going to get right up his rear end as we go across the line to start lap 7. Down the inside, past him and past Latifi as well. Ocon, Schumacher battling ahead. Vettel getting a very nice view of that. We're not going to be able to brake enough. We're going to hit into the side of him. We're going to have to take evasive action and hit into the wall a little bit. No damage though, but yikes. Alright, heading down to turn 15. We can't have a look down the inside there. What am I doing? Losing a lot of time. Bollocks. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We'll catch up to Vettel again because he's in an Aston Martin, so we'll be fine. Alright, Schumacher and Vettel battling ahead of us into turn 3. Schumacher gets a little bit of a knock there. We go past him on his left-hand side as Vettel is ahead now. Up in P8, we're in P9. Up in the points. Schumacher still in the points. But he just lost 2 positions, which is unfortunate for him, but very good for us. Very, very good for us. Gave us an extra point and gave Vettel an extra 2. Yeah, I had to do the quick math in my head there. Alright, lap 8. Oh my god, my DRS is buggered. Oh. Right, I don't think DRS is enabled yet, though. Oh, the thing is we're really close behind Vettel as well. And I think DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap, so I could have got him from turn 2 to 3, but no DRS, unfortunately. I mean, we might be able to get him here before turn 1, in fact. We have an absolute advantage on the straight line speed. 325 kilometers an hour. Absolutely flying down that pit straight. And into turn 1 we go. Braking down into 3rd gear. Turning in. We're in P8 ahead of Sebastian Vettel, the 4-time world champion. Us, the big noob. Right, lap 9. Heading towards turn 15. Once again, getting it very close on turn 14. Oh, yellow flag. Ocon and Gasly. Oh my god. Oh my god, Vettel's hit him. Oh my god. Yuki Tsunoda's just pile-driven into the side of him. I don't know exactly what went on there, but obviously safety cars come out for it. 3 retirees from that one crash. But what it seemed is that Ocon and Gasly maybe like tapped into each other and then hit into the wall. And then Vettel comes through and loses his wing. And then Tsunoda just decides to hit him for the bants, but yeah, oh well. Alright, here we go then. Lap 11. We're in P5 alongside Fernando Alonso heading down towards turn 1. We are past him into turn 1. He might be able to get back out, or so he doesn't. Sainz pulls ahead. I mean, Sainz, Perez and Leclerc, all 3 of them ahead of us in a very powerful car. We should not be in P4 right now. We should not. I mean, we came up to like P12 and then crash and crash put us up here. Oh my god, we nearly hit the bloody wall. Sainz has actually really slowed down. I don't know why. I'm waiting for Mark to tell me if he has like an issue or something. Oh no. Of course not. He just pulls away. Gains like 0.2 seconds in a fucking straight. That makes sense, doesn't it? Alright. 0.8 seconds ahead. There's nothing we can really do as we start, or we go to start the final lap. But I mean, if we could finish in P4, that's a pretty mega finish. Baku, we are the kings. But I mean, Baku was the first My Team win of F1 2021, and it was probably one of the first tracks I like learnt to race with no racing line and stuff. So I love Baku, man. I wish to. Oh, yeah. Okay, Mark. In 3 corners and a straight, I'm gonna catch up 2 seconds to Sainz. Yeah. Behave, bloody hell. But yeah, Baku needs to be a permanent fixture on the F1 circuit. Every single race There's good action, because reliability always plays a part. But anyways, we're going to cross the line in Baku in P4, the highest finish yet. And I have to say, it was pretty bloody good. This is why you upgrade your engine before anything else. Because we've just worked our way out the grid. We've only ever overtaken during straights. I mean, we never overtook in the corners. It was always on the straights. Every single overtake, par like 2. And one of them was just following into turn 7. And the other one was into turn 1.
Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
And here we are, a team that is no stranger to the podium, taking their place on top once again. A sublime race today, and a stunning win for Ferrari.
But there you have it. Oscar Piastri scoring a point. I'm hoping he wants to stay with the team for the next half of the season. Because I feel like since Miami, his focus has gone up quite a bit. Or gone up more than it was. He's had a couple of crashes. Everyone does. Well, most people do. But I know like one crash really knocks the AI's confidence and like the focus of them. And it's really irritating because I feel like Piastri may not come back for the next half of the season. And if so, I've got to find someone else. And I don't really want that because Piastri's just getting in the stride of getting some points here and there. When you started P21, finished P10. And before you chat anything, I started P22 and finished P4. Hamilton started P19 and finished P5. Okay? And we had a better lap time than them. So, we were better than the Mercedes here. Because the engine, I think we have the third best engine on the grid. Everything else, shocking. The car itself, with last on the standings, car-wise, in total. But engine-wise, we're in P3, behind Red Bull and Ferrari. So in these sorts of tracks, so I think Canada's up next. Canada should be quite a good track. Austria as well, main overtaking opportunities. Turn 1, Turn 3, and all 3 of the DRS zones. I'm trying to think if there's any other engine dominant tracks. I don't really think so, but we're looking to get some more upgrades coming in. I've also got some facility upgrades coming in, which will then make us or allow us to get more upgrades going, and they will be faster and less chance of failure. So the car is gonna get much better. Now I don't really know how we've managed it. We've moved up to P5 in the championship ahead of George Russell, taking it back after Monaco. Carlos Sainz loses P1. He's now 10 points behind of Charles Leclerc. It's been an interesting one. And I want you to realise this is 101 AI. It always has been, and it always will be. Our car is just overpowered into the straights. No matter what you say, I don't care what you say. We have the third best engine on the grid right now. And that will stay for a while. And as we upgrade the rest of the car, the powertrain will still just be dominant. So, you know what? You can complain all you like and say that it's too easy and whatnot, but I don't care, because it's not. I mean, if you've seen some of the videos in what track was it? It was in Spain, so it was one that you didn't see. But in Spain, every single time I went down the main straight, I was having AI trying to get past me every single time into turn 1, every single lap. All 18 of them. I think par 1, which was under safety car, I had an AI trying to get past me. And whether they did or not, I honestly don't remember. And I can't go and watch back the footage. But, yeah. Anyways, that's a little bit of a rant over. And that is also the Azerbaijan Grand Prix over. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I don't ask this often, but feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps me out, helps me grow on the platform. And I hope to see you next time for what could be the Canadian Grand Prix, what could be the Austrian Grand Prix, what could be the British Grand Prix. I don't have a single clue.